मनोज शर्मा नाउ जॉइंस अस लाइव। मनोज, आपने जाके उस स्पॉट को भी देखा और जहां पर ये बाइक खड़ी थी वो भी देखा। कई सारे सवाल हैं जो कि मन में उठते हैं। देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दैट इमर्ज, especially from the petrol bunk to the time when his body was found at the railway on the railway tracks. The distance is just 6 kilometers, but there is nearly about 50 minutes time. What transpired becomes very, very curious and interesting, because if he had come there with a plan or plot to end his life, why did he fill 400 rupees worth of petrol? And was he also in the direction to his native place, his village?
Yes, Anand, these are two very important questions which has, you have rightly pointed out, because, he purchased 400 rupees, almost 4-liter petrol from that petrol pump. And from that petrol pump, the spot where he reached, where he allegedly committed suicide, as the police was pointing out earlier. So that spot is just 6 kilometers away. So if somebody is going by scooty to that spot, it will take hardly 10 minutes. But if you look at the timeline, the crucial timeline, he was at the petrol pump at approximately at around 5 p.m. And as per the timeline, and if you look at the, when GT Express was passing through that track, when that Shirdi Express was passing through that track, if you look at the timeline, then you can understand almost 50 minutes, more than 50 minutes are there. So this time lapse, what he was doing, if it takes just hardly 10 minutes to go there from that petrol pump to that spot where he allegedly committed suicide, so what he was doing in the remaining 40 minutes, that is one question. And the second most important question, and we have spoken to Madhya Pradesh Home Minister and Dr. Narottam Misra, he was saying that message, Sir Tan Se Juda message, that message, in fact, he had gone through one article on his own mobile regarding that Sir Tan Se Juda message. Then he edited it, and then he sent that message to his father. So we are saying he had done it, but nobody knows who has done it, because there is 50 minutes are there, and there are
Correct.
questions about these 50 minutes, what he was doing, who was accompanying him. Because if you look at this CCTV footage on the petrol pump till 5:09 p.m., he was there, he was all alone, he was not accompanied by anyone on that petrol pump. But after
Correct.
that, what happened? And that is the
Yes.
question they are trying to find out the answers. SIT
And
is
he
doing
also had
its
access
job.
to his
And
phone
in
all
fact,
the while,
they have
Manoj.
also
He had access to his phone all the time. So if he was in distress, why didn't he call his family?
Yeah.
Also, did his family know that he was heading out so far out of Bhopal, 35 kilometers out of Bhopal?
Yeah, we have been told by his family that, in fact, his sisters were there in Bhopal on Sunday, on that day, on that crucial day when he allegedly committed suicide. His sisters were here in Bhopal. So his father asked him to meet his sisters. That is the statement by his father. But the second important question, as it was pointed out by Home Minister Narottam Misra, they have also recovered one laptop. They have already recovered this mobile phone, and other recovery which were made from that spot is, filter of a cigarette. Who smoked it? Nobody knows. Filter of a cigarette, then slippers of this guy Nishant,
Nishant.
and slippers. Nishant. Okay, so these are the only 3 recoveries. Slippers were also recovered from that spot. So Anand, that is the question. That is why these things, laptop and mobile phone, they have been sent to the cyber department, and we are still waiting for the report from the cyber experts.
Right.
In fact, they will
But
go through
Manoj, I'll come back to
these
you.
equipments.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you on the aspect of where was this bike exactly parked, and did he make any other calls or receive any other calls between 5:09 p.m. and 6 p.m. that day? We'll talk about that. But in the meantime, you spoke to the key man on the railway tracks who monitor and patrol the morning shift. And you also spoke to the Madhya Pradesh Home Minister Narottam Misra. Let's listen into both, and then I'll come back to you.
आप रविवार के दिन की घटना थी।
हाँ, रविवार के दिन की घटना थी। हम तो सुबह 6 बजे आते हैं।
तो फिर कब तक आप ये ट्रैक देख के गए थे?
हम 10 बजे तक देखते हैं।
उसके बाद ये आपको ये वाली बात कब पता चली कि इस ट्रैक पे किसी ने खुदकुशी कर ली? अगले दिन पता चली है?
हाँ, अगले दिन पता चला सुबह 6 बजे।
अच्छा, तो उस समय कौन सी गाड़ी निकलती?
उस समय पुष्पक वगैरह निकलती है।
जीटी भी आती है?
हाँ, जीटी पुष्पक।
और जो साई एक्सप्रेस
शानी भोपाल तो हबीबगंज तक चलती हो।
तो मतलब जब आप ट्रैक देख रहे थे तो उस समय आपको अगले दिन जाके उस ट्रैक पे कहीं इस बार दिखा है, सबूत दिखे कुछ की कुछ ब्लड खून?
नहीं, हमें तो नहीं दिखे। जैसे पुलिस वाले वगैरह थे, वो रिकवरी कर रहे थे वहाँ पर।
साथ खुद डॉक्टर मिश्रा हैं। सर, क्या इसमें आपकी मतलब एसआईटी बनाने की जरूरत आपको क्यों पड़ी?
कई चीज़ें भ्रम पैदा कर रही थी। उनके परिवार के जन जिस तरह से शंका कुशंका जाहिर कर रहे थे, क्योंकि जो साक्ष्य आ रहे थे, पीएम रिपोर्ट आ रही थी, वो भिन्न थी और आशंकाएं भिन्न थी। तो एसआईटी बन गई। अब दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा। जो भी बिंदु आएगा एसआईटी में जांच में लिया जाएगा।
सर, वो सर तन से जुदा वो मैसेज मतलब कैसे आया?
ये 5:26 पर उसके फोन के अंदर ये इस वाला जो आपने कहा है वो आर्टिकल देखा गया था और उसी के फोन से फोटो एडिट करके जोड़ा गया था।
मतलब ये उसी ने डाउनलोड किया अपने ही फोन पर?
ये जांच का विषय। फिर जब सारे हम ही कर देंगे तो एसआईटी क्या करेगी? यही तो भ्रम जांच का विषय है।
पर उसने ये मैसेज अपने पिता को भेजा और दोस्तों को भी भेजा?
ये सब जांच के बिंदु हैं। 5:48 कर उसने इंस्टाग्राम में स्टोरी शेयर की है। 5:50 पर उसी की फेसबुक पर फोटो शेयर हुआ है। ये सब चीजें निकल के आ गई हैं और साफ हो जाएंगी अब।
सर, इस पूरे मामले में जो सबसे अहम बात है मतलब कि खुदकुशी है या मतलब कहीं
अभी पुलिस का ध्यान पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट की आधार पर खुदकुशी की ओर गया है, क्योंकि कमर के ऊपर उसके कोई चोट का निशान नहीं है। जांघ से उसके पैर कटे हुए हैं, एक पैर अलग हुआ है और एक कुचल गया है। और जो पीएम रिपोर्ट है उसमें भी रेल कटिंग का ही आया है।
आप लैपटॉप की बात कर रहे थे उसकी?
उसका लैपटॉप उसके घर से मिला है हमको, और उस लैपटॉप को फॉरेंसिक एनालिसिस के लिए हम साइबर सेल को हमने दिया है आज शाम तक, और स्थिति साफ होगी।
तो इस पूरे मामले में सर, जैसे आपने कहा कि सारी जांच तो खुदकुशी की लाइन पे ही एंगल ज़्यादा है, लेकिन कहीं जो वो एक मतलब दुनिया तो यही जानना चाहती है कि आप गृह मंत्री हैं, सारे मामले की अच्छे से जांच करा रहे हैं, वो मैसेज मतलब गुत्थी उस मैसेज में जाके उलझी है।
मेरे ख्याल से वो भी गुत्थी जांच में ले ली है और लगभग स्पष्ट सा है, और लैपटॉप और मोबाइल से और शाम तक स्थिति साफ हो जाएगी।
So, quick question back to Manoj Sharma now. Now, these are aspects which the SIT will have to now dive into. Did he call anybody? Did somebody call him to that particular place? Where was his final destination? If you're supposed to go and meet his sisters in Bhopal, why was he outside Bhopal? And who does this bike belong to? Did he hire it from somebody for that day, or do we know that this bike was hired or rented by the family?
Yeah, Anand, we have gone through in fact, that is, anybody can see the number of the scooty is there, and this is the scooty which was not registered in the name of Nishant. So one thing is for sure, it did not belong to Nishant. But we have been, in fact, police have been told by his friends that it has been hired by Nishant from somewhere in BHL area in Bhopal. So that vehicle was hired. That is one thing. Secondly, his family, they are not ready to accept. In fact, his father, his sisters, everybody, they are saying that he cannot commit suicide. And in fact, they are raising question. That is why, because confusion was there, because on the basis of preliminary report of the postmortem, this was in fact conveyed by the police the very first day on Monday, that on the basis of that preliminary report of the postmortem, he committed suicide. And in fact, he died because of being run over by the train. So that was the cause which was given by the police on the basis of PM report. So, but the family was not ready to accept, and that is why Madhya Pradesh government has ordered this special investigation team inquiry by in this episode. And in fact, we are expecting early report from cyber cell, and that will answer all the questions.